Common mistakes on receipts. Now, it's very important. Once again, you got to pay attention. You got to double check everything. And if there's a checklist, follow it. Now, the biggest reason why you're making mistakes on receipts is because you're doing it fast without checking anything. You're not paying attention. You're just processing. Just imagine you're processing a transaction and you're not even checking anything. You're just pressing buttons. That's technically what it is. You feel that you're under pressure. You feel that the customer's intimidating you. They're telling you, "Look, I'm in a rush. I don't have any time," or maybe your team leader's telling you, "Hurry up, do it fast, do it fast." You know what? It's completely understandable. Now, first of all, I'll be the first one to tell you, look, time management, you have to do it as fast as possible. You have to do it within an appropriate, an adequate amount of time. Don't exaggerate and take 15 minutes for a monthly payment, 20, 30 minutes for an endorsement. There has to be a way that you could do it a lot faster. So time management, absolutely. We are going to emphasize, we're going to keep reviewing this, but there's no reason why you should feel that you don't have the time to review everything. Now, simply receive mistakes, look, it's very easy, okay? You take an additional 30 seconds, 40 seconds, an additional 60 seconds to review everything before you process it. That's all it is. Check everything, just double check. So if you're processing a monthly payment, first of all, you need to make sure you check submission. You got to make sure you're doing it under the right policy. So just check the name of the policyholder. Check the name of the policyholder on the website. Check the amount that you're going to collect from the website, whatever's going to be drafted. Submission is whatever the company is going to draft from our account. So round it up, round it to the next dollar if it allows you. Don't round the amount on the HawkSoft. On the HawkSoft, it has to match. So simply, before you process anything on the HawkSoft, you should already have the money. You should already have processed the payment online, and you should have the actual confirmation of the receipt in front of you. If you don't have the confirmation in front of you, then that you're leaving an opportunity of mistakes. If you have the confirmation in front of you, you open up the HawkSoft, you go to payment. Simply, you're going to choose EFT to company. You're going to type whatever's on the confirmation. So there's no reason why submission should ever be wrong. So if it shows $70.25, then on the receipt on the HawkSoft for EFT to company, it should show exactly the same thing. There's no reason why you should have these mistakes. Now, after that, you're going to choose either processing fee if it's a monthly payment, agency fee if it's a new business, or if you're taking a payment, then you're just going to leave it as invoice, or you're going to put balance, or if it's an endorsement, you're going to put endorsement fee. So simply by making sure you choose the right fee, the right category of the fee, and then you type in whatever you have in front of you, it has to match. Then just select the additional difference. If it's a $10 processing fee, then put $10. And then you're going to choose the payment method. Are they paying cash? Are they paying debit? Well, whatever method they're using, you should already have the cash if it's the cash. If it's a debit, you should already have a copy of it in front of you. So there's no reason why you should make any mistakes. You should have everything in front of you. Now, you're making mistakes because you're not checking anything. You're processing, you're pressing buttons. You're not collecting the confirmation, so therefore you're just going based on what you remember. And let me share something with you. Most of the time, what you remember may be a little bit off because you're doing a lot of things. So make sure to have the confirmation in front of you. Make sure you have your credit card receipt in front of you, or if it's cash, make sure to have it. So you're going to select the right payment method and just make sure the total matches. Make sure you're not rounding off on the HawkSoft. Make sure it matches from the confirmation that you have. Just take an additional 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds, review it one more time. 10 seconds is not going to take anything away from the client or your time. Matter of fact, you're still going to take a long time anyways. So an additional 10 seconds, an additional 15 seconds. Just confirm once again, EFT, submission, that it matches. Confirm the right fee. It's either an agency fee, processing fee. Also confirm that the payment method matches. Make sure it matches. Also, confirm that the total, the amount matches. If there's a balance, make sure the balance is there. So all of these details are easy to eliminate having mistakes simply if you're paying attention, if you're checking before you process it, and if there's a checklist process, complete the checklist, follow all of these steps, and you're going to eliminate being in this position where you're constantly making mistakes. If you're making mistakes on receipts, simply you're not paying attention. So now you need to fix it. So how are you going to fix it? You're going to put yourself in a position where it's mandatory to check everything before you process it. Don't process it. If you're ready to press the button, stop. Take 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Just read all the information. Check your confirmation. Check your payment, your cash, or check your debit slip, whatever you have, and make sure that everything matches, and that should eliminate making mistakes. Now, if you do make a mistake, then you need to reissue the receipt with the proper and the correct information, and then you need to email it, okay? Email it and request for that wrong receipt to be voided. Now, if you catch it, you fix it, and correct it, at least you're doing your job on making sure that corporate doesn't fix it for you, because if they do, then that becomes unnecessary work. Now remember, there's different departments, there's different duties, tasks, and our job is to make sure that we do our job correctly, which means not making any mistakes, especially not on receipts. It's connected to accounting. It's necessary for all of these accounting transactions to be completely accurate, because if not, it takes a long time to complete everything that has to do with the accounting for that day. So pay attention, double check everything, and follow the checklist.